Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. The Brave, Season 1, Episode 4. This episode is called Breakout. And that's exactly what it was, a breakout of this prison in Afghanistan. And it was action-packed, man. If you're into clearing buildings, clearing rooms, this was the one for you, because I'm talking about, man, it was a good one. Deputy Director. In the beginning, Deputy Director appears to be spreading her son's ashes in the land. We see the squad pull up out of prison, and this guy who has these burns on his face, he's kind of just mean mugging them, like, yeah, I see y'all, and I'm gonna get at you. If anything, this episode taught us that Deputy Director is willing to lead from all angles. She's not afraid to get out there. As usual, the team is a good guy, and we have a bad guy. This episode, I would say the bad guy is a bunch of people, the inmates. Every inmate, and even the one who was extra captive, let's call him, who he had some details that the squad had to know what it was. The wandering eye guy kind of was the one who we were following, thinking, okay, he's the one who's going to lead this riot. It didn't really end up that way. They gave us this Mystique guy who we felt, oh, he's definitely, he's got villain all over him. Definitely wasn't watering that bottle, and he ignited a huge fire on someone. Their body. Told y'all to watch him. Jazz is cool, man, because the writers and how she is portrayed on the show, you kind of sort of fall in love with her character, and she took that tower, man. She took that tower and she used that sensor, and she went from rifle to handgun at ease. That transition was crazy. It's cool because they always have her alone. Preach and the other one. Preach is always with someone. The captain is by himself, but he's usually with someone. But she's always by herself, going out into the field, going out into different situations, undercover, alone. She's a sniper, so she can get it done, and she's a woman, so she can get it for real done. And Jazz also prevented a beheading this episode. They showed a lot, action-packed. They went there, but at the same time, you weren't overly like upset, or they did it in a way to where you're like, oh, it's okay for them because they're the good guys. Our captain, always in charge, always tough, he took a bullet this episode, y'all. He took a bullet and he returned the fire right away. And when they took him off his feet, it was a good camera shot. It was good cinematography, correct? And you always heard the rapid fire in the background from a distance. This whole episode, you heard it. The sounds, the visuals, it all worked well for the breakout. Mind you, he got shot, and Captain Hottie McHottie, he got shot holding a kitty litter looking bucket. Did he not? I don't even think he let go of the bucket. How gangster is he? Anyway, like I said, his hair never went out of place. I don't know what type of hairspray he uses, but that hold, he's in charge. But their leader, Deputy Director, was willing to sacrifice herself, told her team to leave so she can handle this business with this man. And at the end of it all, of course, they came out victorious. Their status is whole and healthy. Good, because it looked like old boy was about to cry. Since the director was in the field, our boy from Quantico had to hold it down. He was in charge, but we know he's fully capable of doing it. But he almost shed a tear. It was a very tough call for him to order that fire, but he did it because he had full faith in his team. This ship keeps floating, man. The train keeps moving. And at the end, it's usually the team all scattered about in this beautiful shot. And this time, it was the director in the cap and filling up that can to take with her as a memory. It still was beautiful. I wonder in the future, will there be a time where at the end of the episode, they don't win. They don't come out on top. One of them gets abducted. It's a nasty game that they're in. So you would think they would lose a member. Again, is it going to happen? I don't know. Could they show that? Absolutely. Or are they just that dang on good? They're just that dang on brave that everybody comes home, everybody comes back, and they can barbecue at the end of most of the episodes. Will they ever be sent back to America to do something? That would be cool. Instead of us seeing them so abroad from a far distance, I'd like to see that happen. What did y'all think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? If you don't, comment. At least you watched it, all right? Until the next time. Peace.